In many years of interacting with Mr. Vajpayee, in opposition as well as when he was Prime Minister, I remember 4 occasions when I was admonished by him in his own good-hearted way. The first time was when he was not yet Prime Minister. He had been Prime Minister for a few days, 13 days, and then lost power. And that is the time when a coalition of BJP and Akali Dal was in power in Punjab, and some Bhindranwale posters had begun to appear in the Golden Temple, including some noises there and some demonstrations in support of Khalistan. So I was making a lot of noise about this in my writings. So I got summoned to meet him once. He had Mr. Madan Lal Khurana, the Delhi BJP leader, sitting with him. And he said to me, why are you doing so much of it? Just calm down, leave Punjab alone for some time. I know your concerns, you are worried, so are we, we'll take care. I said, but Atalji, this can get out of hand. And your party is a partner with a coalition. They can threaten the Akali Dal to withdraw support, and Akali Dal will then bring in sanity. So he said, you don't understand this. What was Bhindranwale trying to do? He was trying to convince Hindus and Sikhs that they were enemies of each other. What is this coalition in Punjab? There is a larger purpose in this coalition, because if BJP as a Hindu party and Akali Dal as the Sikh party can come together and share power and politics and show trust in Punjab, your problem is over. As for these posters and all, boys will do a few things, but these people are mature enough, they will handle it. So I listened to his advice and I did calm down. The second time, in a completely different context, we were running a series in the Indian Express on India's champion loan defaulters. I think it was called The Great Bank Robbery. And that series had gone into about 30-35 parts, because many of the usual suspects who are defaulters today were defaulters then also, I think in 2001. So again I got a call one day and he said, "Bhai, aap isko 500 part ki series banayenge? Will you run this series for 500 parts?" I said, "No, we put a minimum qualification. You have to have stolen 500 crores to qualify to be on this list." 500 crores was a lot of money then. So he said, "If that is the case, how come you put my cabinet colleague T.R. Balu there? Huh? His case is only 37 crores. So he played with me. So I said, "Sir, he's your cabinet colleague. So for cabinet ministers, qualification levels have been lowered from 500 crores to wherever your minister is." So he laughed and I laughed, and he said, "Hey, bhai, kabhi band bhi kar dena." So I said, it'll conclude in the course of time. There was no pressure. I didn't listen to him. He didn't ask me to stop it. He didn't order me. He just good-heartedly complained. Third time, we were running a campaign on what was known as the Satyendra Dubey murder case. He was an IIT graduate and engineer with National Highway Authority of India. He had written 2 letters to the Prime Minister's office saying that he feared a threat to his life from contractors. Looks like nobody acted, but those letters had leaked, so contractors or whoever wanted to kill him came to know, and they killed him. Our reporter had found those letters and we published those, and this had led to quite a big campaign among IITians particularly around the world. So again a call came and it said, "Bhai, who do you want hanged for murder? Me or Brijesh ji?" Brijesh ji meaning Brijesh Mishra. So I said, "Why should any of you hang, sir? Why are you telling me this?" He said, "No, but because you are going on and on and on. What else can we do?" So I said to him in Hindi, कि ठीक है, मैं तो नहीं कह रहा कि आपको लटकाया जाए, लेकिन एक इंसान का मर्डर हुआ है, मैन हैज़ बीन मर्डर्ड, किसी को तो लटकाइए, you hang somebody, you can't just say we don't know who killed him. And he said that is the point, and he left it at that. He didn't push it. I didn't have to argue back with him. He never said stop this. He would never tell you to cease and desist. That was his great quality. The fourth time was when he was out of power. He had recently lost power, and I had this very newsy interview with K.S. Sudarshan, late K.S. Sudarshan, who was then Sar Sangchalak of the RSS, in which Sudarshan had been very critical of Vajpayee and his family, etc., etc., etc. So when it was shown on NDTV and text of it was published, again I got a call And he was sort of, semi-mocking, funny tone. He said, "Acha, so you are having fun at my expense, huh? You had Sudarshan ji say all these things." So I said, "Sir, but he said all this. What could I do?" He said, "No, but you could have stopped him. Why didn't you stop him?" So I said, "How could I stop him? He was Sar Sanchalak. We were both playing with each other." He said, हाँ, आप क्यों रोकेंगे? आप तो बोलेंगे बोले जाइए, अटल जी बूढ़े हो गए, अब उनसे कुछ नहीं हो सकता. And then he said, ठीक है, हमारी थोड़ी हानि हो गई. I suffered a little bit of damage, but you got a great story. So congratulations to you. But it was not said sarcastically. It was all said in good humor. So these are my 4 admonitions from Mr. Vajpayee. In the first one, I learned a very important lesson that you need to deal with crisis with patience and not always go by your instinct immediately. In all the others, I saw probably India's most big-hearted politician I have dealt with in so many years.